ICR this morning at CHOM 97.7 FM. Good morning. It's 7:30. 13 is our temperature now downtown. And in for Edward Carter, here's Stuart Greer with the CHOM News Update.
Pete, the sunshine is back after showers this morning. Today's high near 16 degrees. The MUC police have dismantled a firebomb outside the University of Montreal sports complex. They discovered the bomb around 4 o'clock this morning. Police say 3 Molotov cocktails were wired to a 100-pound propane tank. Police are looking for 2 suspects after a shooting at 5100 Park Avenue last night near Fairmount. The victim, a man in his early 20s, is not cooperating with police. If they can agree on the question and the format, a televised referendum debate will be scheduled for Sunday between Daniel Johnson and Jacques Parizeau. The TV networks have given the yes and no committees until noon today to reach a deal. A reward is up for grabs to anyone who has information leading to the arrest in the Amtrak derailment. The FBI are looking for the person or persons who rigged the track causing the crash in the Arizona desert. And several women's groups plan to picket outside NBC studios tonight as O.J. Simpson bears all on Dateline, and one of the O.J. jurors has been interviewed at length. Yolanda Crawford says it was the glove that clinched it for her.
It all started falling apart after the glove demonstration. I couldn't believe that they had him try those gloves on and not knowing the outcome beforehand. They did not fit.
You don't think he was acting at all?
I think he might have been a little nervous when he tried them on in front of us, but I don't think he was acting.
Canadians in action tonight in Florida, their first game since their sad game against the Flyers on the weekend. Off ice, Habs defenseman Patrick Brisebois has apologized for cussing at a spectator after Saturday's game. In baseball playoff action, Seattle beat Cleveland 3-2, and in the National League, Atlanta over Cincinnati 2-1 in 11 innings. I'll have the forecast for you, and Sue Bell has traffic up next.
A child's bedroom without a child. It's a sad sight. Mine spends a lot of time in the hospital with asthma. It's hard on him and on us. So when the government says it's going to provide more in-home or outpatient care for problems like his, I say thank goodness. The child's place is at home with his family.
Santé Services Sociaux Quebec. Working with care.
Isuzu Rodeo, or Rodeo by Isuzu. No matter how you say it, you'll find it at Décarie Saturn Saab Isuzu, home to the full Isuzu line, including the Isuzu Rodeo. Get the latest engineering and technology in the rugged Isuzu Rodeo 4x4, a utility vehicle par excellence. Now you can buy it at substantial savings from Décarie Saturn Saab Isuzu. Regularly $27,700, reduced to $23,995. Taxes extra. Take immediate delivery for fall and winter driving from your Isuzu Center in Montreal. Décarie Saturn Saab Isuzu, Décarie north of Queen Mary.
Cellular One eyewitness traffic, a very tough morning on inbound Highway 20 out the west end of the island through Dorion, Pincourt, Ile Perrot. The problem is the 540. It is closed in the eastbound direction until further notice because of an overturned tractor trailer. It is definitely worth, you can access the 540, by the way, from the 340. So if you can make your way to the 340, you can definitely save yourself quite a bit of time. Inbound Trans-Canada as an alternative, slow at sources, slow at St. John's, also from Côte-Vertu. We've also got a stall reported in the Côte-Vertu overpass. 40 westbound just around Marien. We've got an accident. 2 vehicles involved in the left-hand lane causing some problems. Also a speed trap out in the West Island around St. Charles. Down out of Laval, a tough morning. 13 southbound now backing up heavily almost from the 640 because of a couple of earlier problems. Cartierville taking a lot of the overload. P9 backs from the 440. Papineau busy from de la Concorde and in from the South Shore, Champlain and Mercier. Your slowest choices, about a 20-25 minute delay. This traffic report brought to us by Rock West. With the weather, here's Stuart Greer.
Good news, Sue. The sunshine will be back today and for a couple of days. Today's sunny with a high near 16 degrees. A few clouds tonight, the low near 8. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 18 degrees. And sunny again on Friday with a high near 18. Right now, it's 12 degrees at CHOM-FM.
Thank you, Stuart. 7:35 here with Pete, Sue, and Stu. And we've got a couple of tickets to the IMAX Theater. Their newest show is Africa, the Serengeti, and Wings of Courage. And you can be there. I'll play common denominator for those 2 IMAX tickets next. 790-977 is the number to call. News from Tears for Fears on CHOM 97.7 FM. Good morning. It's a minute to go before 7 o'clock.
13 southbound, an earlier accident at the Back River Bridge, backing things heavily from St. Rose, but Stefan called in from the Cartierville span. That is a great alternative.
Bomb on campus, Roseanne gets ugly, and OJ cross-examined. Good morning, I'm Stuart Greer with CHOM-FM News. Sunny skies today, the high near 16 degrees. The MUC bomb squad is still on the scene at the University of Montreal. They're checking out what looks like a homemade bomb. on a truck outside the sports complex. Police say a number of small bottles are wired to a 100-pound tank of propane. Police presence was heavy at the funeral for 3 Rock Machine members who died in September when they were planting a bomb at the Joker's clubhouse. Police picked up 3 members of a rival bike gang who were videotaping the funeral. Prime Minister Jean Chrétien wants Canadians to keep their cool and has applauded those who have restrained themselves for not slamming Quebec about the referendum. Chrétien says a yes vote would mean Canada would lose Quebec's culture and language.
I'm very confident that the people of Quebec will make the right decision. They understand, like you understand, that our diversity is not a problem, it's an asset. That this country of ours that have been able for a long time to live with 2 official languages, this is not a problem, it's an asset.
Premier Jacques Parizeau's wife didn't look too pleased when she stormed off a stage in Quebec City yesterday. Lise Lapointe said she felt sick and insulted during a speech by Foreign Affairs Minister André Ouellette. Ouellette sniped at Parizeau for criticizing Quebec business executives for supporting the no side. Today at noon is the deadline for the yes and no committees to work out a deal on the referendum debate. If they do agree on the format, the debate will be held on Sunday. Quebec's chief electoral officer is trying to clear up some confusion. Pierre-F. Cote says women do not have to be enumerated under their maiden names to be eligible to vote in the referendum. At first, Cote said everyone must be on the list with the name they were given at birth. Alberta doctors stood up to a government plan to limit the number of abortions it pays for. Ralph Klein's government is disappointed that doctors would not agree to define a medically necessary abortion. The Klein government has now scrapped the plan. Not much of a vacation for tourists on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Hurricane Roxanne is buffeting the coast. The eye of the storm has already passed over an offshore island resort. Communication with the island has been cut off. And the NBC switchboard has been swamped by callers opposed to the big O.J. Simpson interview. As for the hour-long interview itself, critics say Tom Brokaw and Katie Couric better ask some tough questions.
Why did you flee? Why did you have a passport and a disguise and all that money with you? Why did you say nothing in that letter or in the first weeks after the case about wanting to find the people who did the murder?
The interview will be tonight on NBC's Dateline. Show time is 7:03. The Mariners win Game 1 of the ALCS to take an early lead by beating Cleveland 3-2 last night. In the NLCS, the Braves did what they do best, came from behind to beat the Reds 2-1 in 11 innings and take the first game of the series. In the NHL last night, the Leafs beat the Islanders 7-3. Dallas hosts the Flames 7-3. The Blues drilled the Oilers 5-3. And the Kings 6-5 over the Blackhawks. The Canadians are in action tonight. They're in Florida, the first night out since Saturday's sad sack show with the Flyers. I'll look at the forecast. Sue Bell has traffic up next.
The decisive game, the trucks versus the cars. It's heating up. The trucks have weight and momentum on their side. They're bearing down, but the cars are unpredictable, always dodging and weaving. 2 different styles of play, but there can only be one winner.
Whoa. Every year, some 16,000 accidents involve trucks, which result in hundreds of deaths and serious injuries. Motorists and truckers, highway driving isn't a contact sport. The highway's there to be shared. A message from the Société de l'Assurance Automobile du Québec and Transport Québec.
Problem spot in the morning heading in through Vaudreuil. We've got an accident, an overturned tractor trailer carrying livestock on the 540 eastbound. It is completely closed. You can't access it from Highway 20. You must stay on Highway 20, and that is causing big problems as a result on Highway 20, making your way on the island of Montreal, also around Woodland. Toward the Ville-Saint-Pierre interchange, things are still not too bad. Inbound Trans-Canada as an alternative toward DeCarry is in pretty good shape. We've got minor delays reported from Cavendish, and in from the South Shore, about a 15 or 20-minute delay south side of Champlain and Mercier, La Fontaine, backs from Mortagne and Jacques Cartier. Victoria, not too bad. 13 southbound, as we already mentioned, very slow this morning because of an earlier accident at the Back River Bridge. This traffic report has been brought to us by Poulet Free Kentucky. With the weather, here is Stuart.
Thanks, Sue. The rain will let up this morning, and the sunshine will be back today. The high near 16 degrees. A few clouds tonight. The low near 8. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 18 degrees. And the outlook for Friday, sunny again with a high of 18. Right now, it's 13 degrees at CHOM-FM.
7:04. Good morning. It's Pete Mary along with Susan Bell. Too many Sues around here. And Stuart, of course, in for Andrew Carter. But Ace will be in tip-top shape, of course, when we head on down south, December 3rd, for a beautiful week in Barbados. We'll go get ourselves another qualifier, we hope, in about 15 minutes from now. So stick around if you've entered. Here's Eddie Money's Baby Hold On from CHOM-FM. You too this morning at CHOM 97.7 FM, Montreal's classic rock. Good morning. It's 6:30, 12 now downtown under cloudy skies. We get a CHOM News update in for Andrew Carter. Here's Stuart Greer.
Thanks, Pete. The rain will clear up this morning. Sunny skies today, the high near 16 degrees. The MUC bomb squad is busy again this morning. This time they've discovered a homemade device on a truck outside the University of Montreal sports complex. Police say 100 pounds of propane is wired to several small bottles of liquid. Edward Montpetit is closed at Duvimy. The yes and no committees have until noon today to work out a debate format. If they can't agree on something, the debate will be held on Sunday. Lucien Bouchard is dismissing claims that an independent Quebec would lose at least 90,000 jobs. Bouchard says Liberal leader Daniel Johnson should be creating hope for Quebecers instead of despair. Johnson yesterday presented a summary of 11 studies that spell out economic disaster if Quebec were to separate. Quebec's chief electoral officer, Pierre-Yves Côté, says women do not have to be enumerated under their maiden names to be eligible to vote in the referendum. Ads in newspapers yesterday said everyone must be on the list with the name they had at birth. Police suspect a firebombing at an East End bar yesterday morning is related to the biker war. Nobody was injured when a Molotov cocktail was thrown through the window. The fire was quickly put out. Rescue workers in Mexico continue to comb through the rubble looking for survivors from Monday's devastating earthquake. It was 7.6 on the Richter scale. 48 people are reported dead. And tea drinkers may be doing themselves a favor. American researcher John Weisberger says drinking tea cuts down on some big killers.
People who drink tea have a lower risk of heart disease, that they have a lower risk of a number of different kinds of cancer. And we are suggesting that people who drink about 5 cups of tea a day have definitely low risk of these diseases.
Canadians will try to look more healthy tonight when they're in Florida. It's their first game since their sad start against the Flyers on Saturday. Off-ice, Habs defenseman Patrick Brisebois has apologized for cussing at a spectator after Saturday's game. In baseball playoff action, Seattle beat Cleveland 3-2, and in the National League, Atlanta over Cincinnati 2-1 in 11 innings. I'll have a look at the forecast, and Sue Bell has your traffic after this.
Hey, what am I doing at Burger King?
We kidnapped you.
Who said that?
We did.
Who?
Your feet.
My feet?
Your stomach made us do it.
Hey, the brain said it was a great deal. Tell him, Brain.
We're talking $1.49 for a flame broiled beef patty, lettuce, tomato, mayo.
Whoa!
This is your mouth. Shut up and listen. For a limited time, only $1.49. Get you a Whopper at Burger King.
A Whopper for $1.49. Now this is why I prefer Burger King.
Yada, yada, yada. Let's eat.
I prefer Burger King.
It's Zuzu Rodeo or Rodeo by Isuzu. No matter how you say it, you'll find it at Takari Saturn Saab Isuzu, home to the full Isuzu line, including the Isuzu Rodeo. Get the latest engineering and technology in the rugged Isuzu Rodeo 4x4, a utility vehicle par excellence. Lease it from Takari Saturn Saab Isuzu for $429 a month, plus tax. No down payment, no deposit, no obligation to buy when the lease ends. Take immediate delivery for fall and winter driving from your Isuzu Center in Montreal. Takari Saturn Saab Isuzu, Takari north of Queen Mary.
Well, we're not off to a good start this morning. 13 southbound, an accident reported a couple of vehicles involved. It's right around the Back River Bridge, already backing things beyond Saint-Martin. Highway 25 southbound out of Terrebonne. We had an earlier stall around Ile Saint-Jean. It is gone, but busy traffic in the area. And the 540 eastbound as you head in toward Montreal, completely closed. We have an overturned tractor trailer there. It was carrying livestock. Westbound, the left-hand lane is closed. And in from the South Shore, I just got off the phone with Donna. A good 15-minute delay on the 132 approach to the Mercier Bridge. This traffic report brought to us by Cellular One, Canada's largest Bell Mobility Centre, at your service, 9280 Lackady, right next to the Bell Tower. With the weather, here's Stuart Greer.
Thanks, Stu. The rain will let up and the sunshine will be back today. The high near 16 degrees, a few clouds tonight, the low near 8. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 18 degrees, and the outlook for Friday, sunny again with a high of 18 again. Right now it's 12 degrees at CHOM-FM.
6:35 with Pete, Sue, and Stu, and Radio Dictionary in a couple of minutes here. But first, Chicago's Urge Overkill on CHOM 97.7 FM.
Nothing for my school.